Okay, this evening tonight, getting late. It's about 10:30 at night. It's the 20th of September 2020, and my talk tonight is going to be on gratefulness and how to be that way. In other words, to have the right heart and right attitude. And I was thinking about this afternoon and how I'm not grateful. Um, and part of it also is I'm grateful, I guess. I'm single. Um, I live in South Carolina, and I don't have any parents. They both are gone. I have a brother, but there's no correspondence between me and him. And so there's no family per se. And since I'm not a Christian, that makes it even a little harder because there are not many people. Well, actually, I only know one couple that actually have some idea what's going on, but most don't. And so I don't build any relationships with people here because there's there's no common bond with people, see. Um, and with that, it means simply is that I'm alone, and that means simply is that I need to be grateful. That is, I need to understand my situation. That you know there's no one here to take care of me, type of thing. I've got to take care of myself. And so that my attitude and my heart should be simply as being thankful that I have many resources, are able to do certain things. Live in a home that's heated or cooled in winter or summertime, a place of privacy. I'm not threatened by anybody in this neighborhood. I have a backyard that's fenced off, so I have the opportunity to be in private with really no one seeing me. That was one of the first things I did when I got the house here was to build a fence in the backyard because I wanted that privacy. I'd already enjoyed being in the backyard, but I really frowned upon people. I didn't want people to see me when I was back there. And so my approach simply is that I've been blessed, and I try to help others, and I do help others, and I have, especially in the spiritual community, that is with people I know and build relationships with, which actually are not, or that are far away from me. They're not actually here, and have built bonds with them and friendships, and so and I did that there was a purpose behind that type of thing. So I'm grateful that I have friends that I can communicate with. It could be even worse, that I wouldn't have any friends, so to speak, even far away. So the approach should be always to look at it, just be thankful for what you got. And I have food on the table. I'm not suffering in that way. I have my health. I I'm not into anything that can cause any harm to me. In other words, I'm not taking any kind of drugs or being involved in alcohol or anything of that nature, which actually those things can cause harm to your health. Um, I spend time, try to just about every day on the outside, although the last day or two I've been doing a lot of reading, so I haven't spent as much time outside. But when I'm out there, I'm grateful for the sun. I'm grateful for simple things because we take those for granted. You know, um, the breeze. Thankful for I have birds in my backyard. I have squirrels. I talk to them. They don't talk back, but they they know who I am. So and so I take care of them. I'm thinking about getting a pet. I haven't had a pet since I was probably 30 years ago. I guess it's been. And actually, it wasn't my pet. It was actually my mom's pet. So a dog. So I'm contemplating getting a dog. Um, I don't really want to. I really don't want a cat. Never have liked cats. Um, so I would prefer a dog. And I prefer an outside dog. I really don't want a dog in the house. That's just who I am. And I'll probably get a small dog. I don't care for large dogs. So I'd like to get a couple of dogs, but my concern simply is I don't want them to do a lot of digging and digging underneath the fence type of thing. So I'm concerned about that also. But anyway, I'm kind of getting off the subject. But I am grateful. I'm grateful. That's why I many times I communicate with people on Facebook to actually to encourage them because um, many people are single. I mean, there's I know most people I know, probably 60% of them are actually singles that are on Facebook, maybe more than that. And so it is critical that I just do it because it's part of my gift. I communicate simple things to encourage others, and I like doing that. That's who I am. I want that continuity, connectedness with people, so that I can that that they can feel that they can share with me anything. You see, so I'm willing to build those bridges with people, so that one day they may want to talk about something that's very serious in their life, and they may not have anybody near them that they trust. So I'm grateful for my friends. I've always felt that friendships were very important in my life. They've always have been. I was someone who was willing. In fact, I can remember. I can remember the names of some of my friends who were way back when I was in the third or fourth grade. I remember them, their names and stuff. I remember certain things, whatever. Um, and that was over 50 years ago. Some of that was, and it's um, it's just a way to be. To me, um, there are not many friends that I have that are Christians because we don't. There's no common bond. There's no foundation there because I don't see that anymore. Although I've had many Christian friends in the past, but since 11 years ago, I pretty much don't have that anymore. So I began to see a lot of things that didn't make sense and shared that with people. But that's beyond the point. I don't go to church, and so that's another thing that you can build friendships with. So that's why Facebook is important to me and other connections with people. And I think that's key with me because not just what I just shared, but also simply is that if I needed to talk to someone, I could go to them, you see. So it's not a one-way street type of thing. It's a two-way street. And I value them and I look for ways to encourage them, but also to I actually, to hey, what are you doing? In other words, you know, I'm concerned about you. What road are you going on now? So that allows me to do that also. And I think that's very important. So I'm grateful for that type of thing. I'm grateful simply for all kinds of simple things. I enjoy going out and hiking. I have not gone as much this year, in fact, far less this year than I have in the past. A lot has to do with simply is it's been hot just about all the time in the summer, and when it wasn't, it was humid. So vice versa. So I think with a grateful heart, it changes your attitude. So your perspective is different. You're not complaining all the time. You actually you're happy, and you're happy in the simple things, and they kind of complete you. And so if you are not grateful, you find things that are wrong, and we can find a ton of things that are wrong about everything here on this planet. And I think that creates a huge problem. I think also simply is that a person, like I said, is grateful. They are happier, and they're able to give to others with that happiness. They are not greedy in certain ways. And what I mean by that simply is I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about time. You know, you know. I have friends. I have friends in. I have a good friend in Denmark. I have a good friend in France. I have a good friend in Italy. I have a couple a good I have a good friend in Australia, and then nationally United States, such and such. So, and I have a close friend in Canada. And so I again, those are things that are very important to me because I'm not married. You see, I'm not married, so I don't have. That's if I was married, it would be a different perspective. But I'm not married. See, I'm single, and so I have. So my outlet is with single people. There's one thing that struck me many years ago when I was here in Aiken and was going to a particular church, and the attitude from the pastor was that really people who are single really are not important. What he was saying basically was saying that single people have problems and married people don't, which is the way he looked at life, which is pretty sad. But it told me a lot about who he was also. And the funny thing is simply this guy has had enormous impact upon me, not only in a negative way, but also for me to realize that that's not the way I want to be. So you see how that comes out. But I just feel for people who are single because I'm single. And there's nothing wrong with me. I just haven't met the right person, and I'm not going to marry. I'm not going to marry someone I'm not is the right person. I will not. It's not worth it, and I won't compromise neither. I know what I want, and so I don't want the I don't want second best, and then I don't want to be second best to someone else neither. You see. So I think I won't talk much more. It's getting late for me, and I'm getting a little tired. But I think it's critical simply is to be grateful and just see the situations we're in, and to actually have the right attitude because the attitude changes your approach in life, and you can be happy or you can be unhappy. And I think the attitude of being grateful and thankful for things, and not just things, just life itself, the opportunity to live here on this planet and to be blessed in many ways. So I hope that you would take the importance of gratefulness to your hearts and begin to practice that. It's just having a thankful heart and attitude about things. It seems simple, but it sure could change your life in a different way, and that you would be in a more positive realm. Okay. Thank you for your listening. Take care.